talking me?
One of the big pieces of news that came out was
Yes,
that
huge.
Microsoft acquired Bethesda.
Oh my
It's
god!
incredible.
Just saying that is
So-
just you saying that, dude. Is like
Yeah, and it
whoa.
wasn't. It's not
It's
just
chills.
Bethesda. It's actually they acquired ZeniMax,
ZeniMax.
which owns Bethesda as well as several other like smaller subsidiaries or something like that. So they scooped up a lot, and I think they did it for $7.5 billion,
Yeah.
which is a
Cash.
pretty hefty price. They picked up Microsoft or Minecraft for I think what was it like
2.5
5
or
or
something.
something?
I think it was
Yeah.
like 2.5.
Okay, yeah. It was something that was like not
A
crazy low,
third,
but it
right?
was
Yeah.
it's definitely lower than that.
Yeah.
And
And I remember everyone was shocked when that happened. Like, whoa,
when they
two and a
picked
half
that
billion
up.
for Minecraft. Jeez, now we're
Smart.
talking
but there's
7.5
mad
billion.
players on that game.
Yeah,
smart, man.
Minecraft is money, for
Yeah,
sure.
for
It's
sure.
a cash cow.
But I feel like this Bethesda thing is like it's a huge move, man. I mean, when you got Bethesda,
a
you
great
got
This is
what
crazy.
what was the other one that that had recently done the space game? I forgot what it was called.
Oh,
It's like
Obsidian.
brain freeze. Yeah,
Obsidian with Outer Worlds, right?
Right.
Yeah, Outer Worlds, yeah.
Yeah. So Obsidian, and then a couple of these other ones that they've been scooping up, man. It's like
Dude,
okay.
Obsidian and Bethesda, those two right there, like
Dude, they got the
super
RPG
strong. Yeah,
genre
the
on
Western,
lock.
the
Yeah.
Western RPGs
The Western
on
RPG
lock.
on lock, man.
Yeah.
So, that's
Yeah. So what do you think about that move? Like,
I think it's incredible, man. Like, I mean, $7.5 billion is a lot of money, but the first thing I always thought of is like a saying in a book that I read, like a problem that can be solved with money isn't a real problem at all. And like that's the truth. Like Microsoft has so much money that when they have this exclusive issue, like no games on their content issue, they can just buy. Let's just go and solve it with money, and it instantly becomes no problem at all. And they kind of have like endless pockets, where Sony, I don't think Sony really has endless pockets.
no.
Like Sony couldn't go out and like acquire a $7.5 billion company.
Nah.
They don't, their revenue is not as high. I think they're like probably around 20 something billion a year, and spending, like half of what they make in a year on one company. I don't think, Sony's in a position to really do something like that where Microsoft can do it like multiple times over, and so the first thing I thought was just selfishly was like, yes, Game Pass, finally get to play all these games on Game Pass,
Yeah.
but I don't know what they're going to do moving forward. Like, are they going to make these exclusive, or are they going to still make them multiplayer and just collect all the money from the revenue? Like, what is the direction that Microsoft's going to take with this purchase?
So I was reading an article, and I guess somebody had asked Phil Spencer like what was going on with some of this stuff, and he was basically stating that they were still gonna release those games on the other consoles. So they was gonna be on PlayStation, and it was still gonna come out, for PC, of course.
Right.
And so I think that's a smart choice, because
I think so too.
if you're looking at how big Obsidian and Bethesda are just by themselves, you know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you want that money? It's
the
an allure.
multiplat's huge.
Yeah, it's an allure to say like, hey, I got the exclusives, over here. Come over here and play with me. But at the same time, like now your allure is that, hey, these hefty games are for free over here, but you can still buy them and give me money over there. I have no problem with that.
What do you
maybe
guys
make it like more performance based for the Xbox?
Yeah, I mean, I
as
think
opposed
Game
to-
Pass is enough, right? Like, I don't think they have to make it exclusive for people to want to buy an Xbox, because the reason why you're buying the Xbox is to play it for free, right?
Yeah.
Like, you get it, pseudo free, because it's only the $10 a month for Game Pass,
Right.
and you get to play 100% of the game. So I think that's enough allure to get people to buy an Xbox. So yeah, why not just cash in on the other platforms and make the $70 a pop for each one of these games?
Yeah.
Because they have Game Pass. Game Pass is what changes everything. But what do you guys think about them paying like 3 times what the net worth is of ZeniMax? ZeniMax was worth $2.5 billion, and they paid 3 times that.
I think they just really wanted it. You know what I mean? It's
They needed it though, right? Like
Yeah.
they needed it, because this whole issue of them not having any games for their console has been a cloud. I don't know why they didn't do this years ago.
Yeah.
This has been a cloud over their
They
head.
might
for so
they might have been
long.
able to catch that for a steal. You know what I mean?
Earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they had just waited
Yeah.
or got it when they
Yeah.
did.
Personally, I'm really happy with Microsoft purchasing Bethesda. This was, a perfect move for them. Like you were saying, the argument was Microsoft has no games.
Right.
Microsoft has no games. But I feel like in a couple of years down the road, it's gonna be Microsoft has all the games and they're letting everyone play them. So they're just like,
Dude,
just imagine like they're a company, and you can go to their store and buy their products, or you can go to all their competitors and buy their products. So they're kind of winning either way.
Mhm.
I'm very, very, very happy that Sony didn't buy Bethesda, because a lot of these games are awesome on PC as well. Doom, Skyrim, all these mods.
Right.
There's a cult following on PC. I mean, on all consoles, but
Right.
I just feel like Microsoft will always release things on the PC. They'll never cut off PC, so that's good for a large, population out there, and there's potential for them to just always release the games for all platforms. Which I feel like if Sony were to buy anything, they would never do that ever.
No, you're paying $70, and also the Game Pass is the big difference maker. The reason why Microsoft can do that, release them for all platforms, is because they have the best place to play them, Game Pass, right? Where Sony, you're right. If Sony, that's why it's better that Microsoft buys. It's Sony's second place, right? Like we wouldn't mind if Sony bought Bethesda, that'd be fine. But it's better that Microsoft does, because we get all these games on Game Pass, right?
Yeah, and we get them on PC, and there's a potential that we could play them on a Switch.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a higher potential,
Where if Sony does it right, you're paying $70 a pop for each one of these Bethesda games.
Yeah, so but I think it's a smart, very smart move. You asked, the price that they paid. I think that they're setting the bar here. Studios are probably going to be up in their prices. Maybe that's the formula.
The desperation,
you
right?
multiply your net worth times 3 times 4, and that's how much you should be worth. It's obviously different for Bethesda, because they have games that are iconic, that are they have the Elder Scrolls series. They have all these games
Fallout.
that they can legit charge whatever they want. These games, if they would have been 70, these are day one games that people buy no matter what. Like even Fallout, that game Fallout 76, I didn't play it at launch, but it sold a lot of copies for being a game that was incomplete. So they have the cult following. So Microsoft is smart, and I hope that they continue to make these moves. And selfishly, like you, because I'm a Game Pass subscriber, I'm just winning every time they do this. I'm just
Dude, I know we
sitting over
got
here.
EA Play, now we got Bethesda, on top of all Microsoft Studios.
Oblivion.
This is incredible, man.
A whole lot of indies going on Game Pass.
I don't know, man. Like, it's getting harder and harder to buy a PlayStation.
That's
to want to buy a PlayStation.
I love you, me.